Gabor, you have a cat allergy.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about it.
When I enter into a house where there is a cat, or there was a cat recently, my nose starts to run, my eyes starts to get red, and and later if I stay in that house, my asthma is also
Get the asthma thing happening too.
Yeah.
All right, that's about the worst allergy I could possibly imagine. Being allergic to cats, I can't think of anything worse. I'd rather be allergic to hypnosis than allergic to cats. Well, that's interesting. How long have you had this?
Since I remember.
As long as you remember.
Yeah.
What we do with this is we don't call it an allergy cure. We call it an immune system retrain. So what's happening with Gabor is his body is treating something innocuous, something harmless, as though it's something dangerous. And in the case of extreme things like my wasp problem that led to anaphylaxis, which is life-threatening. Cat allergies aren't generally life-threatening, but it's still a problem.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about we're going to completely erase that?
I would be very happy.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Girlfriend
Then you must send me a photograph of you with a cat,
Yeah.
like Rick Green did when Andrea removed Dr. Vivian removed Rick Green's cat allergy over lunch on a patio. It's at a restaurant, and sent me the picture of him with the cat because he liked cats, just his immune system didn't. So here's how we're going to run this. Just go inside your head for a moment. I want to get a bit of symptom here, not much, a few symptoms. Imagine there's a cat here now, and its fur is flying around, and it's loose, and it might jump up on my lap, and it's really close, like a cat fur here. What can you experience right now with that?
I feel my nose.
It's starting in the nose. That's the first thing, okay? Can you make it a little bit worse? Oh, this cat's friends come. We got two of them here. Hi, hi, hi. You see it in your eyes now. Okay, Gabor, shake it off. Shake it off, move your arms too. Move them like this, shake the state off, break state. Perfect. We've made his brain aware of what we're going after here by switching on the problem state. All right, let's imagine that there's a glass wall, bulletproof, right from the floor to the ceiling, right down on the side here in front of all these people. And it goes behind us too. And in between, I'm going to just move here for a sec. We're going to put a glass wall that's going to move across here. So this whole area is going to be sealed off, hermetically sealed, no air gets through, nothing, but not yet. So, imagine there's a chair there. Now, what would you like to use as something, as a counterexample, something that you're not allergic to that you could handle with no problem? Like a little dog or something?
A rabbit.
A rabbit is a perfect example. Excellent. So, just drift into the depth of trance necessary to make this sort of change. And I'm speaking to your unconscious directly now, and realize that the process we will run, that you will run, will set you free from this by retraining your immune system. Because we're going to show your immune system that it's responding inappropriately. And since your unconscious mind wants you to have a great life, we'll let your unconscious take over the process and fix all of this. And you'll be an even happier man than you already are. So, are you ready to proceed? Okay, so put a chair there. And another Gabor there looks exactly the same as you. He's dressed like you are. He's happy, he's fit, he feels great. And now let that bulletproof glass come across and seal him in that room where he's safe and we're out here and nothing can affect us at all. And we feel great. And I will be touching your wrist from time to time, setting an anchor so you know in advance. And there he is. And he's quite happy, isn't he? He's doing good. Oh, look. Let's let a little rabbit hop into the room. And he likes that rabbit. The rabbit's fine, isn't it? Imagine he bends down and picks up that rabbit, puts it on his lap, and he's petting the rabbit, and the rabbit likes it. And he has no symptoms at all. He feels just fantastic, doesn't he? And just watch him interacting with that rabbit and feeling safe and comfortable and just amazing. And the rabbit and that other Gabor are friends. And he's doing just great, isn't he? And now the rabbit scampers away. And this time a cat comes walking in, but it's on the other side of the glass, and we're safe back here. But that Gabor isn't bothered by cats at all. He loves cats. Or at least he's happy with them. Look, and the cat comes close to him, And he's with the cat, and he's absolutely fine with that cat too. It's nothing, no big deal for him. And the cat jumps up on his lap. And while the cat's sitting there, he's petting it and he's breathing. Do you notice how his sinuses, his nose are clear, his eyes are fine, and the cat even rubs its tail across his face and he just laughs because he's fine and you're fine back here. And he's doing great, isn't he? And now, the cat goes away, and the glass opens. And that Gabor is smiling, because he knows how to fix this. So reach out with your arms and grab that other Gabor. Reach out with your physical arms, pull him inside you with everything he's just learned. Pull him right inside your body and breathe him in with all his resources, all his strength and power. And you feel just fantastic pulling him in. You have his ability now. You feel good about it. And all that old stuff, you can't even get it back if you try. And breathe in strength and power and let your unconscious mind stabilize this so you'll never have any difficulty around any cat ever, ever again. And close your eyes now because you're strong. You breathe freely. The asthma disappears into your distant past. Your eyes are fine. Your nose is fine. You feel fantastic. You are awesome. So Gabor, fire your awesome anchor now. That's it. Awesome. Say it.
Awesome.
Excellent. And come back to now. There we are. Hey, Superman. Fantastic. Look at you. All right, now I want you to try as hard as you can to get some of that cat allergy back. Try harder. Convince yourself.
I like it.
What's the difference?
I like the cat.
Fantastic. Give this man a hand. Congratulations, my friend. This is a wonderful, wonderful method for dealing with allergies. And we're using both an NLP process and we're using hypnosis. And because all of you have been going in and out of trance all week, you are all excellent at going into hypnosis pretty well instantly now. And so let's deconstruct the pattern so you can understand it. They have an allergy. It must be one that you can identify. Look at you. You look a little baffled there, buddy. How you feeling?
Good.
Excellent. He's going like, that's great. So you need a counterexample. So you must find out what the person is allergic to. If it's pollen, you have to know what kind of pollen. Cat allergy is a widespread one. If it's something like peanuts, you want to find out if it's other nuts as well or just peanuts. All peanuts technically are not nuts, they're tubers, like potatoes. So you get a counterexample. What would you like to use in the example instead of the thing that bothers you? So if the person said, you know, they're allergic to, or even just a food sensitivity, it doesn't have to be an allergy. If someone's allergic to dairy, they can't eat cheese or drink milk or anything, or cream and coffee, you say, what would you like as a counterexample? Oh, I eat that vegan cheese. Or they say, you know, coconut milk or something. So they give you a counterexample, use their counterexample, and you have them sit down, you develop a bit of a trance talking to them, and you have them test what it's like around the allergen by saying, just show me a bit of that. Imagine, you know, you had peanuts here and there was one on your hand and you can start to get a sense of how it's bad for you. And you're calibrating really closely. And you'll see the person like starting to get a sense of it. And when they're getting any of it, you say, that's great, we've switched it on, now shake it off. Get them to move their body, breathe, move their head around and so on. You've now identified it for the brain, what you're going after. And now you pre-frame all of these glass walls and things, and you have the other person, looks just like you, dressed just like you, sitting over there. And we put the seal of the bulletproof glass across right to the ceiling, and we emphasize nothing that's going on in there can affect you at all. You're safe right here. And warn that I'm going to set an anchor in a while. You may feel me touching your wrist like this, and that's fine. You'll know in advance. So now there's the other you sitting there, and we set up the counterexample. He's got, you know, he's allergic to puppies, let's say. So what could he use instead? Oh, a stuffed toy of a puppy. That'll work, probably. So they pick up whatever it is, the counterexample, and we have the person hallucinating that other them interacting with this thing and being just fine. And as I'm saying that, I'm holding that anchor. And he's fine, he's feeling great, isn't he? I want the person's commitment. Yeah, he's doing okay, or just nodding. And he's just fine with that, completely no problem. And now that goes away. Oh, and a little puppy comes over near his feet. And I put the anchor again, and look, he's just fine with that. This is a different you. He has no issues at all, does he? No. And look, the puppy's in his lap, and he's petting it, and he's fine. And you're holding the safety anchor the whole time. And now, he knows how to deal with this. He has no difficulty. Puppy's gone. The door opens. And I hold the anchor here, and I say, now, pull him inside you with everything he's learned. But now you don't even have to anchor it, but I do anyway, usually. Grab him, and I want the person to pull inside and breathe that other person in with all of his learnings, all of his strengths, all of his new powers. And notice how good he feels. Now I'm holding that anchor, and you feel amazing too. You've got all the resources he had, and you feel fantastic. And I'm calibrating. If I see any vestige of that old state, I'm going to break the person's state right away. It means there's more work to be done, or there's been some mistake somewhere down the line. It's pretty easy to do, though. And then what we did when the students were here, we sent the doctor's wife out to eat cheese. Well, she wanted to do it. We didn't tell her to. And with Ellie, the boy, we had him eat some celery. He brought it, and his mother, who was the chiropractor and the psychotherapist, said, yeah, try it. And he smelled it. He was okay. Test carefully. We recommend if it's something that's caused anaphylaxis, don't test it at all. Send them to their allergist or their family doctor and let the allergist tell them that there is no response and freak them out and tell them how you got rid of it. It literally is about a 5-minute or 3-minute process. So that's the allergy retrain.